Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Talentless Podcast. I'm your host, the Talentless Writer. This is episode 2 of the Talentless Podcast. If you haven't watched episode 1, then I don't know what you're doing, but this is episode 2, and it's the second. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying, but I'm still sick. I was sick in the first episode, and I think I might even be worse now. It fucking sucks, but at least it doesn't hurt to talk. But when I talk, it sounds really weird. At least for me on my end. I know like a lot of YouTubers are like, oh, sorry, my voice sounds weird. I'm sick. But then their voice sounds exactly the same. It might be the same case for me too. But I don't know. I guess that's up to you to decide. We got some topics to talk about today. I wrote some shit down because last time I just started free-forming, free-balling, whatever you want to call it, and I was just saying random shit. And I'm still going to say random shit, but I have a list of stuff I could go off of. You know? You know. I'll tell you what my list is. First thing on my list, I wrote coffee because I get a lot of comments of people talking about the way I say coffee, and I don't know how else you want me to fucking say it. How else am I supposed to say coffee? That's how you say it. Coffee, coffee. Do you want me to say coffee? 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 Maybe that's the right way. Coffee. Can I get a cup of coffee? But I don't know. That sounds weird. I don't like that. Can I get a cup of coffee? That's so natural and easy. Who the fuck is saying coffee? If you say coffee, I don't know. I don't know how else you would say it. I'm trying to figure it out. I guess, yeah. It's not coffee. It's coffee. Coffee. Let me see if I can talk without whatever accent. Whatever. I don't have an accent. First off, if you say I have an accent, I don't have an accent. All right. I talk like everybody else. I don't understand what people say. They like my accent. They like the way I talk. I talk just like you. You and me, we're one and the same. We talk the same. We say our words the same. So I don't know what you're talking about. You know, actually, I never even knew that I had like an accent until I met my cousin from North Carolina, and she said, I like your accent. And I was like, I don't have an accent. What the fuck are you talking about? Because I was talking about my jaw, and she said jaw. And I said, what the fuck? You making fun of the way I say jaw? I say jaw just like you. How else am I going to say jaw? Jaw? My jaw hurts? No, it's jaw. There's a fucking W at the end. That's how you say it. It's J-A-W, jaw. Not jaw. You put a fucking J-A, jaw rule. It's not that shit. That's not how you say it. It's jaw. Jaw. Fuck it. I don't fucking get it. But with the coffee situation, I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Let's see number 2 on my list. What did I write? I wrote dolphins. Why did I write dolphins? I have no idea. But you want to talk about dolphins? I'll talk to you about dolphins. Dolphins are sea creatures that live in the sea, but they're mammals. I bet you didn't know that. You probably didn't know that. And I just blew your fucking mind. Dolphins are mammals. They have hair on them. You can't really see it. They look blue, or like, they're actually not blue. When I look up a picture of a dolphin, it's gray. So why does everybody think a dolphin is blue? Hold on, I got a cough. Why does everybody think a dolphin is blue, including me, but they're actually gray? They're not even close to blue. Is it because the sea, like, it puts the color on them? No, like from the sunshine and the sea, and you see it from far away, you see the sea and the dolphin, and it looks blue. I'm not too sure how that works, but I always thought dolphins were blue, and then you look up a picture, the dolphins aren't blue, they're fucking gray. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Also, dolphins are known to gang rape. I made a video about that. A lot of people in the comments are like, oh, I don't understand what's going on. I don't know, it's because they didn't know that fact, or because they're 9 years old, which I have no problem with you being 9 years old and watching my video. Actually, I do, Howard, because you probably shouldn't be watching. If I watched the same shit when I was 9 years old, so I don't have a problem with that. But they're like, oh, what happened? Did they get in a fight? I was like, no, it's a fucking gang rape of the Dolphins. And rape isn't funny, like I know that, but it's about dolphins, so it's okay. Because you can't control dolphins don't have a moral code of ethics. Number 3 on my list, I wrote about my neighbor talking to me about this Irish card game. When I was leaving one morning to go grab some breakfast to get my daily bacon, egg, and cheese, which I probably shouldn't eat every day because I'm going to die early. Cholesterol and shit like that. But I don't eat it every day, but I eat it quite a bit. So I go to get my bacon, egg, and cheese, and I leave the house and I see my old neighbor. He's probably, I think he's like 90 years old. He's sitting on his steps, and usually he's not doing that. So I go over to him because I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on right now, but usually he's not sitting on his steps, just chilling there. So I was like, hey, what's up? He was like, oh, hey, laddie, because he's Irish. He's from the old country. He was like, how are you doing, laddie? I don't think he's actually ever called me laddie, but yeah, he's like, hey, how you doing? I'm Irish. And this is such a bad story. Holy shit. He starts talking to me. I'm like, oh, what are you doing out here? He's like, oh, yeah, I'm waiting to go to a funeral. I was like, oh, that sucks. He's like, yeah, it was for my mate. He was a character. He was quite the character. And you know, all my friends die now because I'm so old. They've been dying for a while now. I'm going to die too soon. Everybody's dying. I'm like, yeah, that fucking sucks. And then he's like, oh, back in Ireland, we used to play this card game called 25s. And he starts explaining to me how to play 25s. He's like, you have a deck of cards. And it's basically like spades. He's like, the 5 of hearts is the highest card or something like that. And then he says, after that, it's the ace of spades, and then the ace of hearts is above that, and then it goes from 2 to 10, and the jack is higher. I don't remember exactly, but it was like extremely complex. And then after he explains to me how to play this card game, he's like, you know, a lot of the time when I explain it to people, they don't understand how to play the card game. He's like, it's too complex for them. And I was like, oh yeah, I don't understand why they would say that, but it's the fucking, I don't understand how to play this game at all. I don't understand how to play. It's not like I'm playing fucking Uno, fucking Crazy 8. Put the fucking same card, same color. You know? It's not like that. Same suit. It's like fucking, you start, how is the 5 of hearts? I don't even know if it was the 5 of hearts, but I think it was the 5 of something was like the highest card. Or you start with that. It's such a strange card game. And then after that, he starts asking me about pizza places around here. I was like, yeah, I go to this place. He was like, oh, that's great. Do you like cheese on your pizza? I was like, yeah, I mean, that's how it usually comes, right? He was like, oh, I don't like too much cheese on my pizza. He was like, do you like a lot of cheese on your pizza? I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. And then after I said that, like, I like a lot of cheese, he looked very disappointed in me. He was like, oh, all right then. Like, I just told him I fucking chopped my penis off. But I just said I like cheese on my pizza. I don't understand what the fucking problem is. But he looked very disappointed in me because I like cheese on my pizza. And then after that, he was like, oh, you must be hungry. Go get your breakfast. And I was like, okay, bye. See you later. And I got my food. Then I went back home, and he was still sitting out there. I said, hey, I got my food. And he was like, alrighty then. And then I go inside, and I ate my food. And that's the story of the third bullet point that I had on my list about talking to him. Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's a very nice guy. He gives me money sometimes because I take out his garbage cans because he's so old, and like, you know, I take out my garbage cans. I take out my garbage cans too, but when I take out his garbage cans to the curb, he's very happy. He's like, whoa, yeah, you're picking up the garbage cans. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm picking up the cans. Something that you have problems with, but I don't, because I'm a strong man. I'm very strong. I'm actually a weak man, but I can pick up these garbage cans, but you can't because you're fucking old. And I look like a superhero to you because I'm picking up these cans. I'm running across the street. I take a can, and then I run across the street. I run back, and I get the recycling can. And then I run back, and I get the second recycling can because we've got 2 recycling cans, one for plastic and one for paper. And he's like, whoa, here's $100. I was like, oh, you're fucking crazy, man. Where the fuck are you getting this money from? And he just gives me $100 for taking out his trash cans. Like, he doesn't give it to me every day. He's not fucking Bill Gates. I don't live next to Bill Gates, but like, Like for Christmas, he'll be like, here's $100 for taking out my garbage cans. I'm like, you're the best. You're the fucking best. But he's also not the best because when I was growing up, I used to play soccer in my driveway against the garage. I would kick the ball at the garage, or I'd play with my brothers. We'd play soccer, and I'm a lefty, so I would kick the ball with my left foot. And one day I was playing soccer, and he comes up to me, and I'm kicking with my left foot because obviously I'm a lefty. And he's like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing there with your feet? I'm like, oh, I'm playing soccer. He's like, no, you're kicking with your left foot? I was like, yeah. He's like, no, you can't do that. I was like, what do you mean I can't do that? I'm doing it right now. He's like, no, if you kicked with your right foot, you would be a lot stronger. So then I kicked it with my right foot, and the fucking ball probably went over the fucking sea and beyond. And I was like, yeah, clearly not. I'm not better. He's like, no, you got to practice with your right foot, and you'll be a better soccer player. And I was like, all right. And then so I started practicing with my right foot, and now I'm a righty for soccer. I kick with my right, and for some reason that also affected my throwing because now I throw with my right hand also if I'm throwing a baseball or football. But for other stuff like baseball, I bat with my left, but I pitch with my right. And tennis, I use my left. I haven't really played tennis much, but when I played it in gym, I used my left. But I could also use both for tennis and also ping pong. So I guess that's an advantage. But later on did I learn the reason he made me switch to right was because he was very Catholic. He was extremely religious. He was Irish Catholic from the old country. And, in religion, the left is bad. Not political wise, like your left hand. And so if you use your left hand or your left foot, apparently that's bad. That's like evil, devil shit. So he made me switch because he's fucking insane. Which also, my grandma's like that. She actually made my cousin, who was a lefty, switch to righty. So she used to be a lefty when she was a kid, and then she got forced to be a righty because left is evil. But she didn't do it to me. She only did it to my older cousin. Because I guess she realized after that's pretty fucking dumb. Why would I? Clearly, your left hand. You do a lot of stuff with your left hand. You can't just get rid of it. So I'm a lefty for writing and shit, but for kicking and for throwing, I'm a righty. And I wish I was probably a lefty still. I mean, I don't really think it matters, to be honest. But my left foot sucks now at soccer. If I try to kick the ball with my left foot, it goes over the sea and beyond. And it'll probably hit somebody in the face. And like, what'd you do that for? I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I kicked with my left. I didn't mean to do that. They're like, oh, why don't you fucking learn how to kick with your left? Well, I used to know how to kick with my left, but then they made me switch to my right. They made me switch, and now I don't know how to do anything. I can't even kick a ball with both feet. I mean, that would be pretty hard if you just fucking try to kick a ball with both feet like you're a fucking foosball action figure. What do you call those things? Foosball, whatever, foosball player, even though it's not a real person, it's a little fucking doll thing you put on the fucking stick. You know what I'm talking about, all right? Next topic, let's move on. Let's read what my topic is. I gotta open my phone first. Random trivia. Now, I'm not going to tell you random trivia, but I want to tell you about why I like to learn random trivia. It's because I know that in a situation where I'm in danger, random trivia could help me. I have this fear that's also a fantasy where one day I'm just walking down the street and a guy comes up to me with a knife and he says, stop, or I'm going to stab you. And then I'm like, oh no, please, what do you want? You want my wallet? He's like, no, I want you to name 5 different types of Lamborghinis in the year that they were released. I was like, oh, I got you with that. And then I tell him, and then he's like, okay, have a nice day. Most people don't know that. And I'm really proud of you that you knew this, so I'm not going to stab you. And if anything, I'm not going to stab you, but I'm also going to give you a $25 gift card to Applebee's. And I'm like, whoa, that's really nice, considering you're about to fucking murder me. He's like, yeah, you know stuff, and I appreciate that. Not all kids do that anymore. They don't know shit about cars. These fucking kids, they watch their Transformers and they use their Facebooks, but now you know about cars. It's really nice that there's somebody who knows about cars like you. I was like, yeah. Yeah, I know my Lamborghinis and my Ferraris and my Paganis and my Bentleys and I don't really know much about Bentley or like Rolls Royce. I don't really care about those like luxury cars where it's like, but I like Lamborghinis and McLarens, and I probably never own one. Nor would I even probably want to own one. That feels like it's a lot of responsibility that I don't need in my life. If I want to drive a Lamborghini, I'll go to like one of those tracks in Las Vegas and drive around, and I'll be happy for the rest of my life. I don't need to own a Lamborghini, even if I had the money, right? You own a Lamborghini, and every single waking second of your life, you're going to be stressing about it getting scratched or somebody like putting their penis on it or, people taking pictures with it. Somebody is going up to it, some like very, what's the word when you don't pay attention? Klutzy? No, it's something else. But I will use that word. Somebody, right? They're taking a picture there. They're taking a selfie with your Lamborghini, and then they don't realize that they missed a step because they moved their foot back, and then they fall on your Lamborghini, and then there's a dent in the hood because this person didn't realize they weren't paying attention, and now there's a big dent in your Lamborghini, and then you go to the body shop to get it fixed, like it's $2 million. I was like, what the fuck? How is it $2 million? The car cost $250,000. Like, yeah, it was too fucking bad. It's $2 million. You can either pay the $2 million or you can buy 8 more Lamborghinis, and then you're like, fine, I'll buy 8 more Lamborghinis, and then you buy 8 Lamborghinis, and now you don't have anywhere to put the 8 Lamborghinis. There's no room in your driveway. Your driveway only has room for barely 2 cars, and then you try to find room on the street to put your Lamborghinis, and then there's no room on the street. You put it in one parking spot, but the parking spot apparently is an old parking zone. They didn't even put a sign up, but they're like, you're supposed to know that you can't park here. That's like an unofficial rule. How am I supposed to know that? Then they give you a ticket for $2 million. You're like, police, why'd you give me a ticket for $2 million? Like, because you parked in this spot. Like, there's no sign that you can't park here. Like, well, you should have known. And then you out another $2 million. You could have spent that $2 million fixing the hood of your car. And it's just a lot of problems that I don't want to deal with. But I'm sure it's a lot of fun to own one of those cars. But just like a lot of responsibility. Because you also can't drive those cars every day. You got to drive them on, like, nice days, and also you gotta be careful with the road. There's a lot of fucking potholes around here, and you gotta like fucking go 2 miles an hour so you don't fucking break anything in your car. With my shitty, beautiful car, I'll drive over literally anything I want and I'll be fine. But with a Lamborghini, you can't do that. You can't just drive anywhere because some roads are pretty shitty. It's going to fuck up your car, especially since it's so low to the ground. Fucking a pebble will send you launching to the moon. And that's not going to be too good for you. And I think the main reason this fear of trivia stems from is when I was a kid, when I played baseball on a team back in 6th grade, I was sitting in the dugout waiting for my turn to bat. And there was these 2 older kids there who were the brothers of one of the kids on my team. Yeah, so one of them was wearing a Led Zeppelin shirt, and I was like, oh, I love Led Zeppelin, because I still do like Led Zeppelin, but back then, like, all I listened to was like Led Zeppelin and AC/DC. And I was like, oh, I love Led Zeppelin. And they're like, oh, do you really actually like Led Zeppelin? I was like, yeah, I love their songs. I own Physical Graffiti. That's the album I have. And they're like, oh, well, I don't believe you. If you actually like Led Zeppelin, then tell me what month is named after them. I was like, oh, how the fuck am I supposed to? I like their music. I don't fucking look up every fact about them. I'm like, well, then you don't really like Led Zeppelin if you don't know that. Everybody knows that. And I was like, oh, I don't know, October, February. Like, it's September. I think it's September, but they're like, it's September. It's September. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. They're like, yeah, well, it's nice to know stuff like that. And I was like, oh, okay, well, like, I'm sorry that I know that. But, like, I like their music. I listen to, like, every single song. And like, yeah, well, it doesn't matter because you don't know September. So you're a fucking idiot. I was like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. So I think after that instilled a fear inside of me that I got to know everything about anything. I gotta know. If God forbid, I wear a fucking Rick and Morty shirt, outside in public, and then somebody comes up to me like, "Oh, do you really like Rick and Morty?" I was like, "Yeah, I like the show. I like watching it." And like, "Oh, what was Justin Roiland's hospital he was born in?" I was like, "I don't fucking know that. Who knows that? I don't think Justin Roiland even fucking knows that." Well, like, everybody knows that. If you're a real Rick and Morty fan, you know where Justin Roiland was born, which hospital. I was like, "Oh, but I don't know, fucking California hospital. Was he born in California?" No, that's not the right answer. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Who the fuck knows these answers? And also with trivia, there's certain trivia that I know that I hope that one day, oh my god, it'll just be brought up in a conversation and I can like show off. Like, I have fantasies where like I walk into a deli and I'm ordering my food, and then the owner of the deli and some customer are arguing. They're like, "Oh, does Slick Rick wear his eye patch on his left side or his right side?" He's like, "Oh, it's obviously the left side." He's like, "No, it's the right side." And then I'm like, "Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, but it's actually the left side." Actually, I'm not even sure. I should re-look that up. But it's like shit like that. And I'll be like, "Oh, it's actually he wears his eye patch on the left eye." And they're like, "Oh my God, see, I told you." And then they're like, "You know what? Since you knew this beautiful trivia, I'm so proud of you. And I'm going to give you free coffee for the rest of the year." And I'm like, "Thank you. Thank you." Because I knew which side of his eye the rapper Slick Rick wore his eye patch. I now receive free coffee. That's, say a cup of coffee is $3. That's 3 times 365 days in the year. That's over $1,000 I'm saving. Even though I don't drink coffee every day. But if I did, I would be saving that much money. That's a lot of fucking money if you think about it. That's a lot of fucking money. Oh my God. People are spending $1,000 a year on coffee alone. That's pretty wild. That's why you should make coffee at home. It's so much cheaper. But I mean, I don't know. It depends. I was at the deli this morning when I got some breakfast. I got my bacon, egg, and cheese in. This guy was complaining about the price of the coffee. He's like, "How much was the coffee?" And they're like, "Oh, it's $3. I'm like, $3? $3 for the coffee?" He's like, "Yeah, it's a large coffee, $3. And he was like, "All right then." And then he bought the coffee. But if you go to like Dunkin' Donuts, a cup of coffee is the same price. I think a large coffee is like $4 there, at least like $4.25 or something crazy like that for a cup of coffee. And I don't know. It's just a lot of things are expensive out here. I mean, I don't know if that's considered expensive. You go to Starbucks, a cup of coffee is like, I spent $6. I got this fucking cookie crumble mocha frappuccino. I saw it on the menu. I was like, "Oh, I want one of those. Let me get a small one." It was $6 and change. I was like, Jesus, fuck. I still bought it, but I drank it. I was like, this wasn't even that good. I didn't like this. Even if I got it for free, it's not like I said I didn't like it because I had to pay that much. But even if I drank it for free, I was like, this isn't that good. It's not that good. It's really not. But I do like, I'll tell you what I like that I'll spend any amount of money on. McDonald's Cafe, they got this mocha frappuccino. That thing is so fun. It's like a fucking coffee Slurpee. It's so good. I love that thing. I'm down to spend $6. No, I wouldn't, but it's good. It's good. I would spend good money on that because it tastes good. I don't really know how much coffee is actually in there if it keeps you awake, but I like the taste. It's a good tasting product. McDonald's does it very well. I'm very proud of them. I've never had any other coffee other than that. I just got that because like, oh, that looks pretty good. It got whipped cream on top. It looks like chocolate coffee. And I was like, let me fucking get that. I got it. I was like, this is pretty good. And then I started drinking it a lot. And it probably has a lot of calories and like sugar. So I was like, maybe I shouldn't drink this as much. And I don't really drink coffee that much anyway. But I used to drink a lot of Red Bull, which is apparently bad for you. I used to drink when I was 16 years old and I was working at the restaurant, and then I had high school, and then after all that I would go home at night and teach myself how to program, and I was only getting like 5 hours of sleep every night. I was drinking 2 cans of Monster every day at 16, and I don't know if that's bad for you. It probably is. Because 16 might be a little too young to be drinking 2 cans of Monster every single day, but it kept me awake. I was basically running on adrenaline every single day. I would wake up at 6:30 and go to sleep at 1. And When I woke up in the morning, I would slap myself in the face and say, wake up, you little bitch. And then I would wake up and, I would, high school, then work. And then with the little time I had left, I would teach myself how to program. And clearly that didn't bring me anywhere in life because I'm making a fucking podcast talking about why I'm afraid of trivia or whatever the fuck I said before. So, if you are learning how to program, you should stop because programming is not a good skill. No, it is a good skill. You should keep doing it. I was just stupid. I was making mobile games and it didn't turn out too well. It didn't turn out too well at all. I was fucking, I don't know, I was dumb. I thought I was gonna make the next Flappy Bird. I didn't make the next Flappy Bird. I made the next piece of shit. I think the company lasted for like a year. I made, I think, 10 games. And yeah, I didn't make any money from it. And it sucked. And I was like, you know what? I don't really like making apps that much, even though I spent the past year teaching myself how to code and do all this shit. And then I spent the year making the games, putting them on the App Store. It's not worth it. But if you're learning how to code, if you're learning how to make games, keep doing that. Just keep going. Don't be like me. Don't give up. Honestly, if I kept going, I probably would have been a millionaire by now. I wouldn't be making this podcast. I would be fucking chilling on the beach somewhere. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that because I hate the beach. But I would be like at home jerking off 20 times a day. I would be so happy. And I would be a millionaire. And then I wouldn't have a Lamborghini either because of, the reasons before. It's a lot of responsibility. But I'll be happy because I get to sit at home all day and watch YouTube videos and jerk off if I was a millionaire. That's what I want to do if I'm a millionaire. I would just literally, I wouldn't like go partying and buy hookers and shit. I would stay at home. I would touch my penis and I would play RuneScape all day. I would be like the best RuneScape player. I would just get like 200 mil XP or whatever the number. I think it's 200 mil XP in every stat. And I would be happy because I'd be working towards that goal. That's what I would do. All these people, they do some dumb shit when they become millionaires. They fucking buy an island. What are you going to do with that island? How are you going to get there? Who's going to bring food there? It's not like an island. They fucking have Con Edison built into it. They got heating and plumbing. It's a fucking piece of land. There's water everywhere. It's very hard to get to and from. And you got to build all this shit on it. I don't understand why people have islands. It's really stupid. Fucking Tyler Perry has an island. All these people have an island. I think Tyler Perry has an island. But all these people have an island. It's so dumb. Just fucking buy a house in the middle of the woods. That's at least there's fucking land there. It's easier to get to. You're not surrounded by water. God forbid the island sinks. I don't think islands can sink. They might. But you never know. That's why you need a nice little shack in the middle of the woods. You bring your PlayStation and you bring bear trap because there's probably bears. You gotta keep yourself safe. And yeah, I would just live in a nice house, not a big house. I would never want to live in a mansion. It's way too big. Like a small mansion, but not like one of those fucking 90-room mansions. I don't even know 90 people that could sleep there. It's gonna be scary. I'm walking around the house. I don't know if somebody's in the house. I want a nice small house where it's me and maybe like one other person, and we're happy. We're happy just living in this small house. Maybe I'll have 24-hour security around the house. That's all I need because I'm a millionaire. I'll buy like 200 bodyguards just to stand outside the house at all times, and they're all holding bats with spikes in them. And I'll live a happy, nice life. But I don't need this big mansion and the cars and the party. I don't need that shit. The hookers, the cocaine. I don't need that stuff. I just need a nice small house. Oh my god, my mic just moved. Nice small house, RuneScape membership, so I can play RuneScape, and maybe I'll splurge a little bit and buy some Brazzers membership. You know what? That's one thing I noticed. No matter how rich you are in life, no matter whether you're the poorest person the poorest person that has internet connection or the richest person that also has internet connection, we all watch free porn. Nobody pays for it. I don't know how Brazzers is running. Nobody's buying Brazzers. But no matter how rich or poor you are, we all watch free porn. And I think that's one thing that we can look at and be like, you know what, we are all equal, no matter what material possessions you own, whether you own a bike or a Mercedes Benz. There's two things that are for sure: that we're all gonna die in the same ground. You can't take your money to the grave, and we're also all gonna watch free porn. And I think that's a beautiful thing to think about. That we're all equal. We all watch the same fucking videos on Pornhub and other websites that I could tell you the names of, which are really good, but then they might get too much viewership going over to them, and then browsers might shut them down or something, because there are videos that I get deleted from there sometimes, so I don't want to tell you them, and then you just ruin it for everybody. Right? I like these websites. They're good. They got good, high quality stuff on there. And I'm not going to let you ruin that for me, all right? It's my life. It's my secret. I'm not going to let you ruin my high quality free porn that I get for free. That shouldn't be free. All right? So just remember, if you see a rich man driving a Rolls Royce down the street, no matter how rich he is, he's still watching a Bella Danger for free. And he's probably watching those ads too. He's like, I'll watch an ad so I could fucking get my nut out. I'll do it. I'll do it just for you, Abella. Just for you. Shout out to Abella Danger, everybody. Please give her a round of applause to Abella Danger. She does a good job. She does some hard work. And I think porn stars don't get the attention that they deserve. They do a lot of good work. It's funny because there's like a lot of celebrities you might not know that are really famous, but for porn stars, I feel like everybody knows the big ones. Like Obama definitely watches Bella Danger and Kira Noir and Riley Reid. There's no way Obama's not in a restaurant and then Bella Danger's there. He's like, holy shit, it's a Bella Danger. I gotta get her autograph. Oh my God, I'm such a big fan. But if Brad Pitt was there, he wouldn't give a fuck. Like Brad Pitt's so below me. I was the president of the United States, but Bella Danger's there. He's like, oh my God, Bella Danger, I'm such a big fan. I beat my dick to you all the time when my wife is too busy doing like good stuff for the earth and for kids, because she does a lot of stuff. But when I'm alone at home and there's nobody to show me love, Bella's always there for me. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. That's why I can't imagine the amount of people that go up to porn stars. Well, actually, it's probably not that much because they're probably like too embarrassed to be like, but they're definitely staring at them like, holy shit, that's Mia Malkova. I saw her last night in my video, and now she's here in real life. She's a real person, and now I feel so bad. I'm gonna cut my penis off. Oh my God, I can't believe I just jerked off to this stranger. But that's what I want to interview a porn star, and I want to ask them, how many famous people? There's no way that Brad Pitt is watching a Bella Danger. There's no way. Because everybody, all those people, actually, no, they might not. Because I wonder if celebrities, like high celebrities like that, I mean, they all have like hookers lined up for free that just suck their dick on command. I'm not sure how it works. But they gotta know about Bella Danger. Come on. Everybody knows her. Fucking H3's dad left a comment on her Twitter, which I don't know if that was fake or not. I just saw it as a meme, but everybody knows. Come on. So yeah, how did we get here? We were talking about my old neighbor who I take out his trash cans for, and now we're talking about the beauty of porn. Also, speaking of that, on my I'm gonna start making videos for a website that rhymes with corn stub. Yeah, I could probably just say the name, but I said the name of the website before, so I don't know what my problem is. But that website that rhymes with corn stub, you go on that website, you write cornstub.com, but not corn stub, you write the thing that sounds like, and then you do /users and then /talentlesswriter without the part. So it's just cornstub, but not cornstub.com /users Talentless Writer. And I got one video up there so far. I just re-uploaded my porn writing is amazing video on there, and I want to make some porn rants. I think that'll be pretty funny to bring in a new audience. I'm not sure how many people are looking up porn comedy on the website, but I mainly got the idea from one of my friends, and also because of Scott Kramer, who a lot of you guys might know. He makes those porn parodies where it's like disinfecting the casting couch. Oh, and like he sat in a hotel with Asakura, but they didn't have sex. It was just like 20 seconds of them just chilling on the bed. So he puts comedy on there. So if he puts comedy and then people love him, why can't I put comedy on that website? So that's what I'm doing. If you want to go, I don't know if you can subscribe, to be honest. I don't know. Can you subscribe to one of those accounts? I'm not sure. You probably can. So if you want to subscribe to it, if you want to check out my videos, when I first uploaded the video, after like a few hours, it got 2 views, and I didn't tell anybody about it. So those 2 people, whoever you are, I'm just curious, were you actually looking up about a rant about how great porn writing is, or how bad it is, or how it exists? Or were you like watching fucking A Bella Danger, and then that popped up next to it in the recommended videos? Like, you're like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck? Also, I have one of the categories of the video set to cartoon because it is a cartoon. It's an animation, but I'm not sure if there was people watching like that Lois Griffin porn, and they saw my video. They're like, oh, let me check this out. Let me give a wank to this. And then they saw me like, hey, you know what? I fucking hate porn writing. And they're like, what the fuck is this? What is this? I wasn't trying to get a lesson. I was trying to get my nut out. All right? It's actually probably not the best idea to be releasing this during November, because it's No Nut November. So guys, just keep the link in the back of your head for December, because I don't want you to ruin your streak of No Nut November. Because, you watch the video and then you click on the video, even though, it's not porn, then you see other porn and you're on the website and you're like, oh no, I got to watch this. And then you ruin your streak. So if you're currently doing No Nut November, then please do not go on my page for that. But if you're not doing it, then check it out. Or if you are doing it and you don't give a fuck, check it out too. Actually, that might make you stronger in your No Nut November streak, because you'll gain the discipline to be able to go on the website and be able to come back unscathed without touching your little pee-pee hole. And I think it might be a good thing for you, to be honest. So that's an option right now. So I'm doing my videos on YouTube. I'm doing my videos on Corn Stub, but not Corn Stub. And then I'm doing this podcast. I got a lot of stuff going on right now, and I'm really hoping it'll help my channel to grow. Right now I'm sitting around 33K subs. And yeah, I'm still growing. I started slowing down a lot, but now it seems like it's picking back up, and I'm starting to gain some more traction again. These podcasts are being recorded like maybe even weeks behind when they're actually coming out, because I just want to have the podcast ready, because Apple has to approve it first, and that takes like up to 2 weeks. So I'd rather just have material ready. So as of the time I'm recording this, I have 33K subscribers, but by the time you listen to it, I might have 2 million subscribers. Hopefully, that'd be awesome. So yeah, so that's my game plan right now. I'm making YouTube videos, making the Corn Stub videos, and I'm making the podcast. And I really hope you guys enjoy this podcast, because I'm enjoying recording it. It's a lot of fun. Now I understand why some people stop. I'm not going to stop making videos, but I understand why people do stop making videos so they can make a podcast, because doing the podcast is fun. And I'm going to be animating clips from the podcast every week, hopefully, like parts that I think are funny, and I'll upload that as a video so I can gain more awareness for the podcast, and hopefully more people listen to it, because I like listening to podcasts. That's the main reason why I wanted to make a podcast, because it's not like I just made it to make money. I don't think this is going to make any money, but I do it because it's fun, and because what the fuck? I just blanked out because I like listening to podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts. Mainly, they're all comedy podcasts. I don't like listening to like true crime podcasts and stuff. I'm not a big fan of those. I've never listened to any, but like I don't really care for that kind of stuff. And I like listening to like The Basement Yard, Tiny Meat Gang, Bodega Boys. What's the Ron Funches one called? I forgot what it's called. But the one with Ron Funches, Bill Burr's podcast. Wow, I listened to a lot of them. I can't remember all of them. No Jumper. There's a lot of them, and so I enjoy listening. To podcasts. So I was like, let me make a podcast because they seem like fun. And originally, I wanted to make. I didn't want to do this by myself because I didn't think I could talk for that long. But it seems like I can, so that's pretty fucking good, I guess. I don't know how entertaining it is, but I'm doing it. I'm talking into this microphone, and we're having fun. So, and also, if I did start with someone, it's got to be like someone who I can really trust. And I don't really know that many people in the entertainment industry, really, or like at least YouTube industry, that have like a similar vision and that I could trust. That they're not going to like do the podcast one day and then they'd be like, I don't want to do this anymore. And also I didn't want to do interviews. Like I wanted to do interviews, but then I got to find a different person every single week. And it's just hard to do with schedules. I don't know how, like if this was my full-time job, then yeah, it'd be easy. Just fucking find someone every week, but I can't do that. And I like listening to podcasts where it's just one person, like Theo Von and Bill Burr and Chris D'Elia, I think that's how you say it. But I will have interviews eventually because there are people who I want to have on the podcast who could just bullshit, talk about random shit. And I think that'll be a fun time. But it's not going to be every week because I don't want to go chasing down people. I don't want to force people to be on the podcast. And it's not going to be fun for anybody. They'd be like sitting on the podcast like, I really don't want to be here. And then I'm not going to really want to talk to them if they don't want to be here. So I'd rather just do it myself. We could connect, me and you, the person listening, or the multiple people listening. I don't know how many people are listening at once from one platform, not platform, like whatever. You listen to your car. There might be people in the car listening to this, or you might not. There might be 0 people listening to this, but it's just me and you talking. It's not me and somebody else, but it will be me and somebody else sometimes, occasionally. I also want to have some of my friends on here. Anybody who wants to come on, just hit me up if I know you. You know, if I don't know you, then don't hit me up because then I might not respond because I don't know you. But if I do know you, hit me up and I'll have you on the podcast. And it's going to be a fun time. The Talentless Podcast. This has been episode 2. Thank you so much for listening. We're coming around the 44 minute mark. And I really got to blow my nose. And you can hear me sniffing. It's probably not a good time for you to be hearing those noises. So I'm going to end it right here. Thank you again so much for watching and for listening. You're not watching, you're listening because it's a podcast. And have a great day. Thank you.